This woman didn't just climb to the top. She redefined what the top even looks like. From a quiet Christmas tree farm in Pennsylvania to a global empire worth billions, Taylor Swift has built something most artists only dream about. But here's what's crazy. While the world sees the sold-out stadiums, the record-breaking streams, and the cultural phenomenon, very few understand how she turned raw talent and fearless decisions into a real, lasting fortune. Custom mansions across the country, a fleet of luxury whips that turn heads, and a business mind sharper than any executive in the room. And it all started from singing her heart out as a teenager, with nothing but a guitar and big dreams. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to see exactly how Taylor Swift built her empire, why owning her own masters changed everything, and what her life actually looks like in 2026. This one's a story you don't want to miss. Let's start from the beginning, because you can't understand Taylor Swift today without knowing where she came from. Born and raised in Pennsylvania on her family's Christmas tree farm, Taylor grew up in a world that was miles away from the spotlight. No silver spoon, no industry connections, just a girl who loved storytelling through music. Her family moved to Nashville when she was young because she was determined to make it in country music. That kind of belief at such a young age, that's rare. Growing up, Taylor wasn't waiting for permission. She was writing songs, performing at open mics, and knocking on doors in Music City. By her teens, she had already signed a record deal and dropped her debut album. But this wasn't overnight success. It was years of grinding, learning the business, and staying true to her voice even when the industry wanted to box her in. She was the big dreamer in a family that supported her hustle, and that foundation taught her something crucial: control your own narrative. Her early country days built the base. Hits like Tim McGraw and Teardrops on My Guitar showed the world a fresh talent who could turn personal stories into universal anthems. But Taylor had bigger visions. While most artists stayed in their lane, she started evolving. She saw the music industry changing and understood that independence was power. That mindset would define everything that came next. As the 2010s rolled in, Taylor made the bold pivot to pop. Albums like 1989, Reputation, and Lover didn't just succeed, they dominated. She wasn't just dropping music. She was building a brand, a connection with fans so deep it became its own culture, the Swifties. But here's where the real empire building began. While touring the world and breaking records, Taylor was studying the game. She saw how artists often lost control of their work, and she refused to let that happen to her. The move that changed everything, re-recording her masters. After a public battle over ownership, Taylor went back and created Taylor's version of her early albums. It wasn't just about the music, it was a masterclass in business. Fans rallied behind her, streams exploded, and she regained control of her life's work. That single decision added hundreds of millions to her empire and inspired a whole generation of artists. Think about that. A young woman from Pennsylvania outsmarting the traditional music machine with nothing but strategy and fan loyalty. Then came the Eras Tour. If you thought Taylor was big before, this was something else entirely. A global phenomenon that grossed over $2 billion, becoming the highest-earning tour in history. Night after night, stadiums full of fans singing every word. Every era of her career brought to life. The economic impact was insane. Hotels, merchandise, entire cities boosted just by her shows. But for Taylor, it wasn't just about the bag. It was proof that when you build genuine connection, the rewards follow. And through all of it, she stayed disciplined, reinvesting, diversifying, protecting her peace while expanding her reach. No shortcuts, no handouts, just pure vision and execution. Now, fast forward to 2026, and Taylor Swift is living at a level that makes your jaw drop. She's not just successful, she's built a durable generational empire. Let's talk about the homes first, because her real estate game is on another level. Taylor owns a stunning portfolio worth well over $100 million across multiple states. There's the iconic seaside estate in Watts Hill, Rhode Island, that massive oceanfront mansion where she's hosted legendary 4th of July parties. Privacy, luxury, and views that feel like a postcard. Then you've got her Tribeca compound in New York City, a multi-unit penthouse setup she customized for maximum privacy and creativity. Beverly Hills? She owns the historic Samuel Goldwyn Estate, an 11,000 square foot Georgian revival masterpiece dripping with old Hollywood glamour. Nashville properties nod back to her roots, and she's got more strategic holdings that give her options wherever she wants to be. These aren't just houses, they're investments, sanctuaries, and statements. Places where she can create, rest, and live life on her terms. Growing up with limited space on that Christmas tree farm, now pulling up to oceanfront estates and skyline penthouses, that's what real come-up looks like. And the cars? Taylor's collection is pure flex mixed with smart taste. You've got the Ferrari 458 Italia for those high-speed days, the Porsche 911 Turbo when she wants precision and power, luxury SUVs like the armored Cadillac Escalade and Mercedes-AMG G63 keep her secure and comfortable on the move. Then there's the elegant Mercedes Maybach for those quiet chauffeur-driven nights. Plus classics like her pink Chevrolet Silverado that remind her of where she started. Different whips for different moods, different chapters. That's what real money looks like. Options, freedom, and style that matches the moment. But it's not just the homes and cars. Taylor moves with intention in everything. Her social media, her brand partnerships, her connection with fans. It all compounds. She doesn't chase trends. The culture comes to her. In 2026, her day-to-day is powered by systems she built over nearly 2 decades. Staff, teams, revenue streams from music, touring, catalog ownership, and more. No more uncertainty, just infrastructure that works for her. What sets Taylor apart is how she stayed rooted. She never forgot the fans who lifted her up. She pours back into the community through music, philanthropy, and inspiration. Young girls and boys see her and know it's possible to be authentic, smart, and unstoppable. She turned personal challenges, industry battles, and public scrutiny into fuel. Instead of letting it break her, she built stronger. Her empire isn't one thing. It's the music catalog valued in the hundreds of millions, the real estate that keeps appreciating, the tours that break records, and the brand that resonates across generations. From selling out arenas to sitting on a fortune built brick by brick through talent, business acumen, and relentless forward motion. Taylor Swift's story doesn't fit the usual boxes. She's not just a singer. She's a businesswoman, a cultural force, a living example of the marathon, writing her own rules, owning her narrative, and still creating at the highest level. The mansions aren't just mansions. The cars aren't just cars. They're proof of what happens when you bet on yourself completely. Think about the full journey one more time. The teenage girl with a guitar moving to Nashville. The artist who evolved fearlessly across genres, the strategist who fought for her masters and won, the superstar whose Eras tour shook the entire economy, and the billionaire icon in 2026 who still connects with millions like it's day one. That's not luck, that's architecture. She built this thing with heart, hustle, and vision. And in 2026, she's nowhere near the finish line. The music keeps playing, the empire keeps growing. Long live the eras, and long may Taylor reign.